Dear students, welcome to Geography lesson Lifelines of National Economy. In this lesson, we are going to see the lifelines of a national economy, which is the pace of development of a country. So, the production of goods and the services and their movement over space and efficient means of transport are prerequisite for fast development. Movement of the goods and services are over three important domains of our earth: land, water and air. Based on these, transport can also be classified into land transport, water transport and air transport. Today, the world has been converted into a large village with the help of efficient and fast-moving transport. The trades from local to international level have been added to the vitality of a country's economy. Let us see the means of transport. We have land transport, water transport and air transport. In land transport, we have roadways, railways and pipelines. And in water transport, we have inland waterways, overseas waterways. And in air transport, we see domestic airways and international airways. Roadways. India has one of the largest road networks in the world, approximately 56 lakh kilometers. Let us see the importance of road transport. Number 1. Construction cost. Laying the roads is much lower than that of a railway line. Roads can traverse comparatively more dissected and undulating topography. So we can lay the roads anywhere, even if it is mountains or hills or slopey. So roads can be negotiated higher gradients of slopes and as such can traverse mountains such as Himalayas. Road transport is economical in transportation of few persons and relatively smaller amount of goods over a short distance. It also provides door-to-door service. Thus, the cost of loading and unloading is much lower. Road transport is also used as a feeder to other modes of transport, such as they provide link between railway stations, air and seaports. Indian roads are classified into 6 classes according to their capacity: Golden Quadrilateral Superhighway, National Highway, State Highway, District Roads, Other Roads and Border Roads. So we could see all these roads in the map given here, and it is also available in your book also. If you refer this map, there is a different legends for each type of roads and the number: National Highway, NH something, and NH45, NH47, like that the number will be given in the map also. So we can see that how fast we can reach to the destinations. Golden Quadrilateral Superhighways. The government has launched a major road development project linking Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Mumbai and Delhi by 6-lane superhighways. Then the north-south corridors linking Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir and Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu. East-west corridor connecting Silchar, Assam and Porbandar, Gujarat. When you see the map, there is a blue connection shown as Golden Quadrilateral Superhighways. So this is maintained by National Highway Authority of India (NHAI), and its major objective is to reduce the time and distance between the megacities of India. National Highway. It links extreme parts of the country. These are primary road system and are laid and maintained by Central Public Works Department (CPWD). National highways run in north, south, and east west directions. The historical Sher-Shah Suri Marg is called National Highway number 1 between Delhi and Amritsar. State highways. Roads linking a state capital with a different district headquarters is known as state highways. These roads are constructed and maintained by the State Public Works Department (PWD). Next comes our district roads. These roads connect the district headquarters with other places of the district. These roads are maintained by the Jilla Parishad. Other roads. These roads link rural areas and villages with towns, and these roads receive a special impetus under the Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana. Under this scheme, special provisions are made so that every village in the country is linked to a major town in the country by an all-season motorable road. Next road is border roads. Border Road Organization, a Government of India undertaking, constructs and maintains these roads. This organization was established in 1960 for the development of the road of strategic importance in the northern and northeastern border areas. These roads have improved accessibility in the areas of difficult terrain and have helped in the economic development of these areas. Roads can be classified on the basis of types of material used for their construction, such as metalled and unmetalled roads. So, metal roads may be made of cement, concrete, or even bitumen of coal. Unmetalled roads go out of use in the rainy season because they are made up of mud roads. Okay, now if you see the slide, we could see the bituminous roads, the gravel, then we have the earthen road, concrete road which is made up of cement, and highways, and the gravel road, which is the gravels are used for making the road. And here if you see the how or the pavement put is that, so they have surface dressing, surface course, base course, and the base and the formation level and the natural formation level. So from the natural formation level, step by step they take the layers for constructing road. The length of road per 100 square kilometer is called the road density. In average, our national average, it is only 142.68 kilometers. Whereas we can see 12.4 kilometers in Jammu Kashmir and 517.77 kilometers in Kerala. But the road transport in India faces a number of problems. About half the roads are unmetalled, and this limits their usage during the rainy season. The national highways are inadequate too. Moreover, the roadways are highly congested in cities, and most of the bridges and culverts are old and narrow. However, in recent years, fast development of road network has taken place in different parts of country. The world's longest highway tunnel, Atal Tunnel, that is 9.02 kilometers, has been built by Border Road Organization. This tunnel connects Manali to Lahul Spiti Valley throughout the year. Early, the valley was cut off for about 6 months each year owing to heavy snowfall. The tunnel is built with ultra-modern specifications in the Pir Panjal range of Himalayas at an altitude of 3000 meters from the mean sea level. Railways. Railways are the principal mode of transportation for freight and passengers in India. Railways have been a great integrating force for more than 150 years. Railways in India bind the economic life of the country, as well as accelerate the development of the industry and agriculture. Indian Railways is now reorganized into 16 zones. So you could see from the map the 16 zones. And the distribution pattern of railway network in the country has been largely influenced by the physiographic, economic, and administrative factors. The northern plains with their vast level land, then we have the hilly terrains of peninsular region, the Himalayan mountainous region too are very unfavorable for the construction of railway lines. And the sandy plains of western Rajasthan, swamps of Gujarat, forest tracts of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha and Jharkhand. So the contiguous stretch of Sahyadri could be crossed only through the pass or gaps, that is Ghats. In recent times, the development of Konkan railways along the western coast has facilitated the movement of passengers and goods. Now, let us see about railway gauge. So, there are three types of railway tracks laid, and accordingly the size of the train also differs. First one, when we take broad gauge, it is around 1676 meters, and its route is around 63,491 kilometers, and its running track kilometer is 89,521, and total track kilometer is 1,17,560. So next, when we take the meter gauge, so what is broad gauge? So the broad gauge is around between the rails, between two rails, it is 5 feet 6 inches or 1676 millimeters will be the difference in broad gauge. When we take meter gauge, gauge in meters is 1000 and its routes is around 3200, and running track time is track kilometer is 3462, and total track is 3775. So here the difference between the two tracks or two parallel railway lines is around 3 feet 3.5 inches, otherwise 1000 millimeter. So, as for an example, I could say you before a decade, there were only meter gauge trains running in suburbs of Tambaram to beach. Now they have converted all the lines into Broadway lines. And why they have converted into Broadway lines? Because the train is bigger in size and accommodate more people, so they have converted the meter gauges trains into broad gauge trains. So now we can carry more passengers. Next is the narrow gauge. So what is this narrow gauge? It is in meters, 0.762 and between 0.610 meters. So the route is 1751. So running track is 1752 and the total track is 1901. So what is this? This track is between 2 feet narrow gauge. So there are 2 feet, one type of narrow gauge is there, another type of narrow gauge is 2 feet 6 inches narrow gauge is there. So what is the purpose of this narrow gauge? The narrow gauge is having a unique purpose that this will run or for climbing the mountainous areas. So when the train moves, each one it clutches, holds the track and moves very slowly. So thereby this is we can see the 3 gauges which are very extremely useful for us. The railway have become more important in our national economy than all other means of transport to put together. Many passengers travel or prefer to travel by train. So there are also some disadvantages, like many passengers travel without tickets, theft and damaging of railway property has not yet stopped completely. People stop the train, pull the train chain unnecessarily, and this causes heavy damage to the railway. And of course, as in Chennai, we see the metro trains, so which are having a capacity of carrying people comparative to suburban trains, very less people only. But it is not, it has become a lucky enough, we are lucky enough to have such a fast trains which is not disturbed during any course of time, like floods in the Chennai or anything else. Also these type of trains are not disturbed. So railways are the means of transport which is efficient and effective also. Let us continue the pipelines, waterways, airways, communication, tourism as a trade in part 2. Thank you.